Was a specialist at building teams. When he was dying, I was in his backyard with him, and I asked him, what's the best product you ever made? And I thought he'd say the iPhone or maybe the Mac. He said, well, building those products is hard, but what's really important is building a team that will continue to build products. With Musk, he says that you always look first for the right attitude. Skills, knowledge, they can all be acquired, but a change in attitude requires a brain transplant. So you make sure they have an all-in, hardcore attitude. Early on, first few years of SpaceX and Tesla, he interviewed everybody that they were hiring. He's built a good team, but an unstable one. People come and go more often. But there are people like Gwen Shotwell, who for more than 20 years has helped run SpaceX, and Mark Juncosa, who's been probably the chief technology officer there. Likewise, you have a pretty stable team at Tesla. Steve Jobs was a specialist at building teams. When he was dying, I was in his backyard with him, and I asked him, what's the best product you ever made? And I thought he'd say the iPhone or maybe the Mac. He said, well, building those products is hard, but what's really important is building a team that will continue to build products. So the best thing I did was the team at Apple. And that's the Johnny Ive, Phil Schiller, Eddie Q, Tim Cook team. Musk is not as much of a superstar building teams, but he does get hardcore, dedicated leaders to work for him.
And do they both think that the team is the most important thing? Hiring great people?
I would say that Jobs definitely thought that. I think Musk, if you ask him, would say he thinks that. But one of the things he hasn't done perfectly is if he left Tesla, there's Tom Zhu, there's Drew Baglino, there's some people, but it's not as if he has a big team in place as easily. He's a little bit more the total boss, and he'll not try to run everything, but he'll focus maniacally on specific things. I guess the best way to say it is he doesn't delegate authority as easily as I think other leaders do. On the flip side of that, his maniacal intensity to detail means that, unlike Boeing, he knows how to get rockets into orbit.